AI is changing our world. It's transforming the way we live and work, including fire and EMS. But in public safety, the stakes are higher. Lives depend on split-second decisions, budgets are stretched, resources are thin, and the demands on your crew have never been greater. When trust, speed, and precision matter most, choosing the right AI partner isn't about hype, it's about getting it right. At First Do, AI isn't just an add-on. It's new technology we're incorporating in every part of our platform with the mission of changing fire and EMS for the better. Building your biggest force multiplier. Designed to drive real impact, lowering costs, improving outcomes, and helping you do more with less. With tools like AI-powered natural language documentation. Just talk. AI turns your voice into complete, compliant fire and EMS incident documentation instantly. AI-powered QA/QI. Automatically review every report, flag trends, and surface what matters. Automated scheduling and vacancy filling. Is daily vacancy filling time-consuming? AI instantly recommends the right actions and executes in seconds. Natural language reporting. Ask a question. Get a report with the answers you need. No training, no complex data management, just insights at your fingertips. And AI implementation and support agents. On day one, you're not alone. Real, intelligent solutions to help crews get set up, answer questions, and accelerate adoption on the ground. And we're just getting started. At First Do, we believe AI should serve the mission. That's why we build with purpose, partner with care, and deliver with impact. Your entire operation, one platform, powered by AI. First Do.
And we have with us today Andreas Huber, co-founder and CEO of First Do. Andreas' mission is to protect the lives of firefighters everywhere by arming them with critical location and scene data for better, faster decision-making. Since 2010, he's helped fire service organizations and local governments streamline their information management. As such, First Do responds more safely and efficiently to both emergency and non-emergency incidents. By delivering a platform for collaboration and sharing, his team bridges the deadly information gap that exists for the people who need it most. Please join me in welcoming Andreas Huber.
All right. Good morning, everybody. My name is Andreas Huber, co-founder and CEO at First Do, and it's an honor to be speaking in front of fire service leaders from all around the world. We're excited to talk about AI innovations that are in use today and the outcomes that a lot of departments are achieving all around North America today, right now. But before we do that, in just a bit, I'll actually be introducing Chief Manuel Maldonado from El Paso Fire Department. But before I do that, I'd love to just introduce First Do. So we are a records management and response solution, the most comprehensive suite of applications for fire and EMS agencies to use to run the entirety of their operation. Every solution is built from the ground up organically by First Do. It's cloud-based, accessible from any device, at any time, any browser, always available to you all within one single system. We're super excited and proud to be serving many of you and your departments in this room today, over 3,200 departments across North America, including the federal government and the Department of Defense. So what is AI? This is the centerpiece of our conversation this morning. Artificial intelligence is the most transformative innovation of our time. It's bigger than mobile devices, it's bigger than the internet, and it's driving amazing outcomes for us all, both personally and professionally. And it's no different in our daily lives as public safety leaders. AI is like an extra set of hands as a force multiplier within your operation, helping us save untold amounts of time to then better allocate our resources and ultimately drive better outcomes both operationally and administratively. Our philosophy at First Do, especially when it comes to artificial intelligence, is really straightforward. We're adding value immediately to you and your operations, all within a safe, secure, and ethical framework. And so the most obvious place to get started when we were thinking about where are we going to introduce AI into our products for our customers was around fire and EMS medical documentation. We all know our firefighters and our medics love to document calls. And so at First Do, we're taking that off the table. We're allowing for hands-free documentation to simply speak into the device what happened on the call, creating a compliant, well-written narrative, as well as all of your compliance fields. On top of that, we can even capture other additional patient information, such as insurance data and driver's license info, with a simple photo or scan. This is significantly reducing the amount of time that it takes to complete our reports, which is getting our units back in service quicker, which is then helping reduce response times, and ultimately driving better patient outcomes because our medics can do what they want to do, which is focus on patient care, not documentation. Moving on to quality assurance and improvement. Tons of time are spent by our reviewers looking at our patient care reports. Imagine if you could review 100% of your patient encounters in your reports referenced against your medical protocols, and then identify opportunities for specific training to be added. That's exactly what we're offering and making available to our crews, bringing back so much time to your people to then focus on sort of more high-value tasks, automatically adding notes to the reports throughout the QA/QI process. Again, all towards an effort to improve patient outcomes and patient care in the field. Scheduling and staffing, adhering to union rules is super time-consuming and can be very complex. But imagine using a scheduling solution whereby when you are set up, you can just simply upload your documents, add your union rules, add your business rules, and the system is going to automatically look across your staff, understand how to fill your vacancies, and then as an agent, go ahead and execute on all those vacancy fills. Tasks that can take 15 to 30 minutes per vacancy fill are now taking seconds. Again, adding so much time back to your staff to go spend on more higher value tasks. Natural language reporting. How many people love to use their report writer inside their records management systems? It can be very difficult, but imagine being able to just simply tell the system the information that you want out of it, or type it to the system. You're now able to do that. And so when you ask a question about the data that sits inside your systems, it's going to not just give you that insight, but it's going to actually create the report for you so that you can save it, you can share it, you can set it, schedule it to be emailed or sent to someone else within your organization, making life easier for everyone and dramatically reducing the amount of time it takes for some of those administrative tasks. Another area, finally, that we have spent a ton of time on is we want to make implementation and supporting you ultimately that much easier. We want to create an environment where you get the information you need, no matter what time you're working, whether it's overnight, off business hours. We want you to be able to have the information you need at your fingertips in a format that you can consume that's actually helpful to you. Same thing goes for setting up your account or a new module or making changes to an existing product. We want to make it incredibly easy for you to do that yourself if you'd like to. So in summary, these are solutions that are helping us save a ton of time, improving outcomes both operationally and administratively. And I'm really excited to introduce Battalion Chief Manuel Maldonado from El Paso Fire to share more about his experiences.
Morning, everybody. How you doing? Great. My name is Manuel Maldonado, and I'm the Strategic Initiatives Battalion Chief for the El Paso Fire Department. For those of you that haven't visited El Paso yet, I'll tell you a little bit about us real quick. So we are located on the far west corner of Texas, right alongside the U.S.-Mexico border, share a state line with New Mexico. We're the 22nd largest city in the country with a population of about 700,000. Rich history, vibrant community, and about 300 days of sunshine, mainly because we're in the desert, right? The El Paso Fire Department is one of the oldest departments in the country. We are a growing department. We have 950 uniformed and 36 fire stations so far, okay? We're also one of a handful of departments that ISO Class 1 and SEPSI accredited. Now, like many of your departments, our volume is increasing. In fact, last year we responded to over 105,000 incidents, everything from fire and medical calls in the streets of El Paso to search and rescue in the Franklin Mountains and along the US-Mexico border. We've learned that as public safety, we have to evolve our public safety efforts as our communities continue to grow. Now, I'm proud to say that the El Paso Fire Department embraces innovation, and one of the areas that we really leaned into is technology. But over the past decade, despite our best efforts to modernize, we were still left with paper processes and scattered software. So in 2023, our department, after extensive research, chose a brand new records management system, and our leadership challenged my division's strategic initiatives to lead the transition in a first due. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Everyone knows that firefighters don't like two things, right? Change and everything staying the same, right? My division faced an unprecedented challenge. We were going to move 1,000 end users from their paper processes and scattered software, where they were completely comfortable, to one single fully digital cloud-based system. Right? So how do we do it? Ton of coffee, of course, right? But honestly, the how is always easiest to understand when you believe in the why. And we didn't just do it to chase something shiny, we did it because it was the right thing to do. We looked at where we wanted our department to be, not just in 1 and 3 years, but in 5 and 10 years. We met with our leadership, we met with the crews on the front lines, we listened to their concerns, and we built buy-in. We knew from the beginning that this couldn't just be a project, it had to be a strategic partnership. And my team sat in countless development calls with First Due. And guess what? First Due listened. They proved that their mission aligned with ours, and their commitment to excellence would soon become one of our keys to success. And now that we've transitioned our NFIRS, our EPCR, our scheduling, hydrants, building pre-plans, and assets all in a First Due, we're still not done. Because through the implementation process, we found even better ways of doing things. So we're working closely with our First Due partners to build, evolve, and refine our modules and our workflows. Because here's the thing, when your mission is to save lives and protect property, you don't just give your crews tools. You empower them with the right tools. And whether that's gear or an apparatus or a software system, those tools should work for them. Now, let me also add that our First Due tools don't just work for our end users. They also help us build reports at the macro level, ensuring that our leadership have the tools that they need to be effective so they can make the most of their busy schedules. Now, that's why this partnership matters. So, when First Due released their AI-assisted documentation in the EPCR module, we jumped on it. Anyone who's ever responded on an incident knows that you can never have enough people and you can never have enough time. And AI can help us in both of those fronts. Now, I remember when I was assigned to the ambulance more than just a few years ago, we would juggle our patient care with documentation on a pocket notebook. Fast forward about a decade or so, and you're still juggling patient care, but now on a modern tablet. With the help of First Due's AI functionality, we're moving to hands-free documentation that's not just blind dictation, it's intuitively helping us document, which means time saved, hands-freed, and reports that are often done on time. It's helping to increase our documentation quality while also increasing our billing accuracy. Now, this isn't about replacing firefighters. This isn't about shortcuts. As leaders and as chiefs, we need to be intentional about our AI message because AI isn't a crutch and AI isn't a silver bullet. But AI can be a teammate and it can be a partner. And whether that's with patient care or in scene safety. And I often tell our firefighters that this isn't just a gadget rollout. This is a reimagining of what public safety technology can be. And it's working. In a recent conversation with our medical director, he offered positive feedback regarding our recent QA/QI scores since the AI launch. So now my team will be working closely with the medical director to track AI usage and how it correlates to those QA/QI scores. Now, we've made a ton of progress in a short amount of time. But we're still not done. The El Paso Fire Department is committed to continuous improvement, and our goals moving forward are clear. First, We're going to continue to train our firefighters, and we're going to listen to their feedback so that we can maximize their end user experience. And second, we're going to continue working with our First Do partners so that we can build, evolve, and refine our modules and our workflows. And then third, we got to lean into the AI. First in the EPCR and the NFIRS, but then wherever else it proves useful. Because First Do, our relationship with First Do isn't just a partnership, it's a partnership. It's about aligning missions, not just platforms. And embracing this technology today is going to prepare us for tomorrow. Thank you.